Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey Standard community, welcome to our show. So today we want to give you some updates what has happened in the last week. First of all, we are not supposed to be here. Actually, we should be in Moscow attending the Blockchain Live event. Unfortunately, regulation has changed, Corona came in between, and they actually moved the dates. Just because Moscow introduced a new lockdown, which made it impossible for us to go there. So that's why we couldn't go there. But you might have been there. So tell us, how was it? Have you
Was there anyone there? Was there anyone there? Like, oh man, we were so pissed off. We'd organized so much stuff for that event, like booths and merch, and really wanted to make it a big splash. And then they were like, hey, lockdown was going to happen on the 30th.
Yeah. And then we moved to the 28th or so, just in Moscow.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the event organizers as well. Like, that would have put a big hit, because I think a lot of people would have cancelled.
Yeah, but this is it. This is how physical events in 2021 during COVID times can just like not happen, even though we really wished for it.
Yeah. So we're going to try and go for some more events, but definitely aim for some digital events that we just know are going to happen.
But some good news. Let's talk about the contest.
Oh man, that contest has gone insane. I'm just a little bit amazed, really. So for those that don't know, we're giving away a whole suite of things. First of all, a lot of merch. I've got hats and t-shirts from the Standard and jumpers and all sorts of stuff, bags. But the cool stuff that everyone, I'm sure, is after is the Apple merch. We've got 5 Earpods, 4 Apple Watches, 3 iPads, 2 MacBook Airs, and 1 of the brand new MacBook Pros.
Wow.
Which it's like brand new, but they've brought back all the ports. So yay, good on you, Apple, you did it. But the big major Uber, we're going to make someone a whale out there with 1 million TST giveaway. So make sure you sign up. How you do that is basically just sign up to the waiting list. It's super easy. You go to thestandard.io and click the button on the top right. It says join the whitelist, and then just put your email in that box. That gives you 5 entries into this competition. And every little thing you do, like you can tweet about us and you get an extra 5 entries. If you follow us on Twitter, you get an extra 5. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. Watch the video about Standard, about what we do, what we're aiming to do, what we're building here. So there's a whole bunch of things, and yeah, it's going crazy. We've got so many entries already. So, but I got to say, even with the amount of entries we've got, you've still got an amazing chance to win, because there's so many prizes that we're giving out.
Right. And it really ties in with our goal of full decentralization. But also, to achieve that, we need to be, of course, spread the brand awareness, tell everyone about our project, but also educate people, because most people don't even know what's the difference between a regular or hard-packed stablecoin and a soft-packed stablecoin. So yeah, watch our content and you will find out, but also participate in the contest, because there's amazing stuff to win.
Yeah, and just to make sure that you know, the waiting list or the whitelist is the fact that you get into the private sale. So it's also just good to be in, whether you're after the competition or not. Jump on that, put your email in there, and we'll let you know when that opens up, so you can be the first to grab some.
Right. Yeah, and another great update. We have received a lot of applicants for jobs that we have posted. We haven't posted yet all open positions, but just so you guys know, we are still looking for talent in various departments, including the front and the back-end development, as well as some back office staff. So accountants, if you're an HR expert, please send over your CV, and also marketing. So our marketing department is growing. We have to educate people a lot. We have to produce a lot of content. So there's a lot of chances to join us. Check out our various social media portals where you'll find job openings.
Yeah, cool. Hey, over at the Hot Topics, I just want to mention some of the things about what's happening in the crypto space that's really making a difference. Because a lot of people are asking me, Josh, what's happening with the price? It's going insane. We thought we were going back into a bear market, still in a bull market. So I just wanted to go through some of the things. So one of the first things is that everyone's talking about it. It's not calming down. So we've got people like Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is already mentioning hyperinflation, and that's not because he's head of Twitter. It's because he's head of the CEO of Square, and Square is one of these unicorns that has a massive part to play in payments in the US, at least. But Twitter also has a massive amount of data coming into it as well. So by analyzing both the data sets, and I know Jack is a real hardcore data fan, like he's obsessed with data. So seeing the data that's coming out of the payment space with Square that is very much tied into crypto. In fact, they have a fund available for funding some of the Bitcoin core dev stuff. They also fund Lightning development stuff. So there's a lot of work coming out of there. And he's obviously CEO of Twitter. That's what most people know Jack Dorsey from. But Twitter has an extraordinary amount of data. So they see trends before everything else. So when people like him are talking about hyperinflation coming to America and worldwide, I would say worldwide, people have to take note.
Yeah. So hyperinflation is tricky because the state that actually causes hyperinflation through the issuance of printing of new money gets there in a very bad position because hyperinflation hurts people financially. And as things get more expensive, people have less money to also invest into other stuff. And with this cycle starting, in a hyperinflationary cycle starting, we will see the economies around the world crumble. And this is mostly because people lose, the cash loses its value, prices rise, investments go down. And also, it becomes really, really difficult to, at the end of the day, for many people to pay all the debt that they have taken through hyperinflation. And these cycles can end really badly for world economies, especially if they take part in a country like the US, which is the leading economy of the world, or used to be for a long time. And yeah, I see this it's really hurting the inflationary cycles around the globe. And I believe COVID caused the first time hyperinflationary cycles really around the globe, because COVID didn't let any country out of it didn't harm not only one country, it harmed really the whole globe.
Well, the reaction did.
Yeah.
But hey, just want to maybe put a cut here, because you said that people are suffering from the debts, but actually the debts are probably a good thing. Maybe you've said that by accident. I'm not sure.
Well, if you take more and more debt, this is what causes hyperinflation. And at the end of the day,
I see.
And the debt will be easier to sell off, to take more debt, and at the end of the day, you cannot pay it back.
Yeah. So how I see it rolling out, the problem that I see with hyperinflation, or inflation in general, is that it starts as a slow spiral downwards, and it's very hard to stop once it's going, because politicians don't want to stop it, because it's very unpopular to start lifting interest rates, to start charging more taxes. Instead, they just want to print more for the new hospitals and the new roads and the this and that and the other, all these promises. So inflation gets into this spiral, and then it's almost impossible to stop. And it gets faster and faster and faster. And and this is the reason why Bitcoiners and gold people, I think, are quite good at spotting inflationary cycles, or being they're hyper aware of it, is because they understand more than others the exponential curve. So the normal person out there really doesn't understand the power of exponential curves. And this is really where hyperinflation kicks in, because it starts slow. Everyone thinks, bread's $1 more this year. Oh, well, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect me that much. Or it's even like 10 cents. But then the next year $1, and then the next year $5, and then and then it really kicks in. It starts happening really fast.
Yeah. And where it really hurts, it's the private individuals. I mean, inflation for businesses, like they can charge more for bread, for example. But inflation really hurts the private individuals that earn and live out of a salary. Because usually the salary doesn't increase the same amount, the prices increase for a normal household spending. Mm-hmm. And we see it in energy prices, where energy prices really start to hurt anyone who's, for example, driving a car at the moment. Or now the winter starts, operating a heating system becomes really expensive. Mm. So things are getting expensive and people are suffering from it. Yeah. And that's why on our agenda, one of the things that we use the standard for is really to solve inflation by practically allowing people to go short on cash. Yeah, and just to add to what we were saying about Jack Dorsey, we have Rand Paul now, the son of Ron Paul, also saying that crypto could be starting to be used as a reserve currency because of these hyperinflationary cycles that he sees coming. And the Pauls family have always been Austrian economists at heart. They've had a lot to do with wanting to end the Fed. So they are definitely very switched on when it comes to inflation. They're very hyper aware of that, and so he's seeing it. He's seeing it coming fast. That's definitely a marker in the whole thing. He said the government currencies are so unreliable that I've started to question now whether or not cryptocurrency could actually become the reserve currency of the world as more and more people lose confidence in government. And that's an extraordinary statement to come from a senator. And Ron Paul's and the Paul family are extraordinarily American. Like, they love America. They're patriots at heart. And they're now saying that the US dollar isn't going to be worth anything. I mean, they've been saying that for a while because of the way the system's built. And so this is for me a huge pointer into that what we're doing is in the right direction. Definitely. I can just agree on this one. And if US senators lose the faith into their own actually currency, this is a big red flag for me for cash. Yeah. And for the future of cash, actually. I think the saving grace is that, like, DeFi is offering people such great returns on certain lending protocols that automatically a lot more people are going into, removing their money out of banks and hitting DeFi protocols. So there's this, I mentioned this morning about, maybe I should keep this for a different video, but about APYs, what that means, what impermanent loss means, and how that works, and how to find yields in the DeFi space that don't have so much impermanent loss, but have quite a good return. I'll go into that in another video because this one's already running over time. Right. And there's one more positive news that we would like to mention. MasterCard is now adopting cryptos for their payments. That's amazing. So that's really great. Yeah. And I mean, Bitcoin itself was developed for the purpose of payments. Well, I would say it is used for payments to some extent, while most people use it still as a gamble, and gamble on a price increase. However, it's really nice to see that crypto is making its way back into the payments, into the world of payments, and also the big players adopting cryptos for payments is just in very, I would say, bullish news.
It is bullish news, but for me, it's kind of strange news. I mean, you know, when I got into Bitcoin, obviously it was a long time ago where the blocks weren't full, anywhere near full, and we all thought, great, it's a great way of transacting. And now, as the blocks have become full, and more people are just using it as a store of value rather than something to as a unit of account or a unit of trade, we've had to look for second layer solutions. So maybe Visa is a type of second layer solution. You know, we have Lightning Network already, which is a more of a decentralized layer 2. And then we have these layers like MasterCard, sorry, that is going for a layer 2 on their network. It's not my favorite solution for a layer 2 because it's totally centralized. But nevertheless, I think it's a very, very good step forward as, you know, these guys are dinosaurs, and we all know what happened to the dinosaurs. And I don't think they want to become, they don't want to stay dinosaurs. You know, they want to stay and at least be a chicken.
And really, this gets back to one of our theories that crypto/DeFi is a black hole and is sucking all of the old dinosaur world of centralized finance into it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going. That's where I was heading with this whole DeFi APY thing and talking about impermanent loss, because at the end of the day, when your bank's offering tiny amounts of interest and returns, then why wouldn't you put it into a stable coin if you are scared of risk, and then put it directly into a market maker? That is this black hole that's sucking all of this finance. So hopefully most people, because that's really got to say, when we started Vaultoro, it was a big goal of ours was to get as many people out of the fiat system as possible before the crap hit the fan, because really it's hitting the fan right now. Little bits at a time, disgusting visual there, but that's what's happening. And so get your money out of the bank. You know, they used to say in Bitcoin, only invest as much as you're willing to lose. And I'd say right now is only put it into the bank as much as you're willing to lose.
Right. Yeah, so staking has become really one of the mega trends in crypto. I would be really interested what our community thinks. What are actually the best staking pools?
Yeah.
Which pools are you using? Post it in the description below or in the comments below.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I really am interested in what you guys do, how you guys yield farm. Do you guys yield farm direct in crypto in the volatile asset, or do you throw it over to a stable coin and yield farm with that?
Cool. Yeah, comment below, let us know. And we look forward to giving you an update next time.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button, because we're going to try and come out with these twice a week.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. That's why hyperinflation is good for everyone who goes really short wants to go short on cash.
But it's happening because of the debt.
Yeah, but it's happening because of the debt. Yeah. So it becomes more and more and more. And people actually, you know, when you like, if you have negative interest fees, no one keeps their cash on their bank account.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, people take it out and put it into other assets, other stores of values. And at the end of the day, people that don't have cash don't get salary rises. Their expenses go higher and higher. They start to have an issue paying back their debt. And then it starts to crumble. So hyperinflation is not the answer for a crisis.
No.